Alright, hello everybody, what's happening? Welcome back to another video. In this one we're going to be talking about Kovacic and the potential for him being involved in some kind of swap deal with Eden Hazard. Now, Chelsea would be open to do this swap, which would considerably reduce the transfer fee for Eden Hazard. So Eden Hazard obviously looking on his way out of Chelsea, especially with their woeful season. I mean, it's not going to be woeful, I guess, if they're in the top four, but I really doubt they're going to be in the top four, especially with the way Mauricio Sarri is just conducting that team. Um, there's so much ambiguity. You just don't know what Mauricio Sarri really wants, and I don't think the players do know either. Um, I would say that the dressing room is kind of a microcosm of what's going on at the in the outside world. So if we don't really know what he wants, and I don't think the players really know what he wants either. So the thing is, Chelsea have a transfer ban at the moment, so they can't really sign anyone, which is like this huge enigma. The Blues have appealed the decision, so it's going to be heard, I believe, next week. I believe it's next Thursday where FIFA's going to make the decision on whether that transfer ban might be appealed or not. So I think by then we'll have more answers on whether Kovacic just might go to Chelsea or not. Hazard might be potentially worth 100 million, but would only cost 60 million if this deal comes to fruition. So 40 million for Kovacic. I would say it could make sense. Maybe I do value him a little bit more, but I see his potential. But 40 million for Kovacic, well, I guess it just makes sense. Kovacic, very, very good player for me. I think he is. I think for all of us, I think for a lot of Real Madrid fans, actually, a couple of years ago, what they thought is Modric would dwindle down and Kovacic would just be that perfect replacement. It hasn't really worked out that way because Modric has been fantastic and he's still been really good. However, this season, and I'm really reiterating this season is the season where we've seen it, where we've seen that Modric performances, they haven't really been like before, and it could just be a lack of motivation. It could be the age. It could, there's a lot of factors in there that's really not helping Modric at the current moment, but yeah, his appearances are dwindling down, and Kovacic for me would be that perfect replacement. I love Paul Pogba, and I've talked about him before, but I think Paul Pogba is a different kind of midfielder. He's more of he's not box to box, that's for sure. Modric is a box to box midfielder, and we need another box to box midfielder. And I think Kovacic would just be that perfect replacement for me. I think Kovacic really is more of a box to box midfielder than Luka Modric, but than Paul Pogba, obviously, and would be a more perfect replacement for Modric, because we do need someone to replace Modric. Kovacic for me would just be perfect, but he did say last summer that he doesn't want to come back to Real Madrid. Well, he said that he doesn't. I think that he's looking at other offers and things like that. He was really mad. It just didn't go well with him, and I think that really didn't help the relationship with Real Madrid, the relationship with Florentino Perez. So he might just be looking on his way out. There might be some saltiness with Zidane not giving him a lot of appearances. Basically, Kovac has had 37 appearances in 3 seasons under Zidane, which is very, very little. That averages out to about 13 appearances per season, which is very little. That's about, I would say, is it 1/3 of the games? Nope, not even. I think that's 1/4 of the games, maybe around 1/4 of the games or something like that. But it's very, very little. I mean, you're not playing a lot of games for sure. So obviously, us fans, we love him. We know that his potential. We see it. Chelsea fans have a more controversial viewpoint of Kovacic. They don't really know what he offers entirely. I've seen it here and there on Twitter and stuff. They don't know what he's about. Some people see him as pointless. Others they love him. They think he offers a lot to the club. They love his skill, what he's able to do on the ball, what he's able to bring. Even though he would be placed as a CDM, they love the mobility in him. However, I don't see him as a CDM. I see him more as a box to box because he's got all that energy and tenacity. And you would put him as a CDM only for that energy to kind of not be used. It's kind of like having a Ferrari but barely stepping on it. So he just doesn't fit into that Chelsea system that well. I think he fits into Real Madrid way more. But I think what Zidane would have to do is rekindle that relationship with Kovacic, which Could potentially be a tough situation, but could be a possibility. Maybe I'm being just too optimistic there. But I'm going to be talking about Kovacic and maybe some of his stats. So his pass completion in the league are second in the league. So he's obviously, for a midfielder, it's very, very good. I think he's just right behind John Stones. So pass completion, very, very good on that. But he only has 2 assists in the whole season, and I think he has 0 goals for Chelsea. So as you can see, stats only tell one part of the story. Yeah, it's not great, but you know, Modric doesn't even have that many assists in La Liga either. So for me, that doesn't bother me. I really don't care. I've seen Kovacic. I've seen what he's able to do. If you guys do remember, there was a couple seasons ago, I believe, where we countered Real Betis and we scored a goal out of it. And Kovacic kind of started that counterattack, passed it to Benzema, I think. Benzema passed it to Ronaldo. Ronaldo passed it to Pepe or something like that, and Pepe passed it to Isco, and it's resulted in a goal. But it was like the quintessential counterattack. Perfect counterattack. Kovacic was obviously involved in that build-up. I loved his energy and drive. For me, I would love to see him back at the club. I think he's perfect replacement for Modric. But it's difficult for me to see if it's going to happen just because the ties between Kovacic and Real Madrid, they're severed. And I don't know if it's going to come back together. I don't know if that relationship can be rekindled. So very, very difficult, but I don't know. Hopefully Zidane will find a way to bring him back, to bring him some assurances at the club. And hopefully actually Zidane can make him part of his plan, because I think Kovacic is a fantastic player and it would be perfect for us. So Bakayoko, as some people may remember 2 seasons ago, didn't really do good at Chelsea, but now he's just on loan at AC Milan, and he's going to be coming back. So if he comes back to Chelsea, and I think Chelsea fans are noticing him at AC Milan, that he's doing good and stuff like that. So if he comes back to Chelsea, then Chelsea will have 3 CDMs essentially, which is Jorginho, Bakayoko, and Kovacic. I don't see Kovacic as a CDM. I don't know why he plays him there. But that just shows Sarri's acumen. It's not very, very good. He plays Conte in an attacking role. I just don't see it. I just don't see that. But anywho, so Kovacic plays in that system, and it's not working out so well. And then on top of that, if Bakayoko comes back, then Kovacic will have even more competition. I think everything just makes sense for him to come to Real Madrid, but I think the saltiness of Kovacic, which is only normal. I mean, having played 37 appearances in like 3 seasons, I think that's only normal for Kovacic to be a little frustrated at the club. But hopefully Zidane can rekindle something out of this. Hopefully he can kind of remend the relationship between Kovacic and the club. So that's all I have for you guys today. And like I said, hopefully that transfer deal doesn't go through. I would love to see Kovacic back at the club, but we'll just have to see with the transfer ban. So next Thursday, I believe it is. So that's all I have for you guys today, just a little short video. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.